Welcome to Bible Mysteries channel. We are here to share amazing stories from the Old and New Testament. Here, we embark on an enlightening journey through the sacred scriptures, delving into the timeless narratives, lessons, and profound wisdom encapsulated within these revered texts. Before we delve in, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel to never miss an update when we post new videos. The ancient halls of Alexandria's famed library stood as a beacon of knowledge in the heart of the ancient world. Marble columns stretched skyward, supporting a grand edifice that housed countless scrolls and manuscripts from diverse corners of the known world. Within these hallowed halls, a clandestine meeting unfolded, shrouded in secrecy and illuminated only by the soft glow of flickering candlelight. A group of scholars, their scholarly robes draped in shadows, gathered with a solemn purpose. Their faces, etched with lines of wisdom and curiosity, remained obscured as they convened to deliberate on the fate of certain texts that held mysterious and profound knowledge. The air within the dimly lit chamber crackled with an aura of secrecy, as if the very walls of the library whispered ancient secrets. Among the sacred scrolls laid out on a table adorned with intricate carvings was the Book of Enoch. Its weathered pages, bearing the weight of centuries, emanated an otherworldly energy that drew the scholars closer. The manuscript, attributed to the biblical figure Enoch, had long captivated the minds of those who sought to delve into the esoteric and mystical realms of knowledge. The scholars, each a luminary in their respective fields, brought a wealth of expertise to the clandestine gathering. Some were philosophers, others astronomers, and a few were theologians well versed in the scriptures. The diversity of their backgrounds reflected the multifaceted nature of the texts they were about to discuss, texts that challenged conventional understanding and pushed the boundaries of accepted wisdom. As the scholars delved into fervent discussions, the flickering candlelight cast dancing shadows on the ancient walls adorned with intricate mosaics. The air was thick with the scent of aged parchment, an olfactory testament to the accumulated wisdom stored within the library's vast collection. Each scholar, driven by intellectual curiosity and a hunger for hidden truths, weighed the potential impact of the Book of Enoch on the evolving tapestry of human understanding. The atmosphere within the clandestine meeting was charged with a sense of urgency. The scholars recognized the potential consequences of their deliberations, as they grappled with questions of theological orthodoxy, the preservation of sacred knowledge, and the implications of introducing mystical insights into the mainstream discourse. The fate of the Book of Enoch hung in the balance, its destiny intertwined with the collective judgment of these scholars who served as guardians of ancient wisdom. As the night wore on, the scholars continued their deliberations, delving into the intricate layers of meaning within the Book of Enoch. Little did they know that their decisions would reverberate through the annals of history, shaping the narrative of the forbidden and the sacred. The clandestine meeting in the ancient halls of Alexandria's library became a crucible where the destiny of a manuscript, brimming with mystical revelations, would be decided, a fate that transcended the flickering candlelight and reached into the depths of human intellectual exploration. In the year 325 AD, the city of Nicaea bore witness to a gathering of theological minds that would shape the course of Christianity. The Council of Nicaea convened with a lofty purpose, to address theological disputes and establish a unified doctrine for the Christian faith. Within the hallowed halls of the council, bishops, theologians, and scholars from across the Christian world assembled to deliberate on matters that would define the boundaries of orthodoxy. As the discussions unfolded, a tapestry of theological discourse unfurled, encompassing debates on the nature of the Trinity, the relationship between the Father and the Son, and the formulation of a universally accepted creed. However, amidst the theological currents that flowed through the council, the fate of certain texts stirred a palpable sense of tension and intrigue. Among these texts, the Book of Enoch held a prominent position in the discourse. An apocryphal work attributed to the biblical figure Enoch, this ancient manuscript delved into realms of cosmology, angelic hierarchies, and visions of the divine that challenged the conventional understanding of Christian doctrine. The weight of its mystical content and its potential influence on Christian beliefs turned the Book of Enoch into a matter of contention within the council chambers. As bishops and scholars engaged in spirited debates, the pages of the Book of Enoch became a focal point of scrutiny. Some argued for its inclusion in the canon, asserting that its insights offered a richer understanding of the divine order and the celestial realms. Others, however, viewed the text with skepticism, fearing that its mystical teachings might lead to theological discord or challenge the established framework of Christian orthodoxy. The discussions unfolded like a symphony of conflicting perspectives, each voice vying for its own resonance within the theological discourse. The fate of the Book of Enoch hung in the balance, its ancient verses becoming a touchstone for the evolving identity of Christian doctrine. In the end, as the council's deliberations drew to a close, a decision was made that resonated through the annals of religious history. The Book of Enoch, along with other texts deemed contentious, was excluded from the canonized Bible. Ecclesiastical authorities, driven by a desire for theological uniformity, sought to establish a standardized scripture that would guide the faithful in a cohesive understanding of Christian doctrine. The Book of Enoch, once revered and studied, now found itself relegated to the realm of apocrypha, texts considered outside the bounds of canonical authority. Yet, the mystique surrounding the forbidden knowledge within its pages endured. Copies of the Book of Enoch, preserved in obscure monasteries and secret archives, became repositories of ancient wisdom that continued to intrigue seekers of spiritual enlightenment throughout the ages. Amidst the heated debates and theological deliberations, a decision was made to exclude the Book of Enoch from the canonized Bible. The reasons were varied and complex, encompassing concerns about its mystical content, potential influence on Christian beliefs, and the desire to establish a more standardized scripture. In the aftermath of the Council of Nicaea, the exclusion of the Book of Enoch reverberated through the annals of religious history, marking a decisive moment in the evolution of the biblical canon. Once a revered and mysterious manuscript, the Book of Enoch found itself cast into the shadows of ecclesiastical scrutiny, deemed unsuitable for inclusion in the sacred scriptures that would guide Christian beliefs. The ancient libraries and repositories that had long safeguarded the treasures of human knowledge now became scenes of ecclesiastical intervention. Under the weight of the council's decree, copies of the Book of Enoch were systematically collected, their fate sealed by the decisions of religious authorities seeking to establish a unified and standardized canon. As ecclesiastical agents moved through the dimly lit corridors of ancient libraries, they carried with them an edict that would reshape the literary landscape of Christianity. Scrolls containing the visionary writings of Enoch, once studied with reverence and curiosity, were now deemed unfit for the eyes of the faithful. The atmosphere within these repositories, once alive with the pursuit of knowledge, was now imbued with a sense of somber removal. The sacred scrolls, bearing the teachings of celestial hierarchies and divine visions, were carefully stacked, catalogued, and removed from the shelves where they had rested for centuries. The echo of footfalls and the rustle of parchment became a melancholy melody, signaling the silent departure of the Book of Enoch from the hallowed halls that had sheltered it. Under the watchful eyes of ecclesiastical authorities, the collected copies of the Book of Enoch were taken away, carried in chests and baskets to undisclosed locations. The decree to remove these texts from public access reflected a conscious effort to shape the narrative of Christian doctrine, aligning it with the decisions of the Council. The once thriving circulation of the Book of Enoch among scholars, theologians, and seekers of spiritual wisdom now faced an enforced hiatus. The forbidden knowledge within its pages, which had sparked intellectual curiosity and contemplation, was relegated to the shadows. The Book of Enoch became an enigma, hidden from the gaze of those who sought to explore the celestial mysteries it contained. Within the enigmatic realms of secret societies, the Book of Enoch took on a symbolic significance. Initiates and scholars, drawn to the allure of forbidden knowledge, sought out these hidden copies as keys to unlocking the mysteries of existence. The clandestine nature of these gatherings, steeped in ritual and secrecy, mirrored the elusive nature of the ancient text they revered. In the dimly lit chambers of private collections, collectors and connoisseurs curated the forbidden manuscripts as prized possessions. The Book of Enoch, bound in weathered leather and adorned with ancient script, became a testament to the pursuit of knowledge beyond the boundaries set by religious orthodoxy. These private repositories housed treasures that whispered of a celestial wisdom hidden from the mainstream gaze. Scholars, driven by intellectual curiosity and a hunger for hidden truths, embarked on pilgrimages to uncover the elusive copies of the Book of Enoch. Their journeys took them to the far corners of the world, from the remote monasteries perched on mountainous cliffs to the secluded archives guarded by the custodians of esoteric wisdom. The pursuit of the forbidden knowledge within its pages became a sacred quest, a testament to the enduring allure of the mystical revelations attributed to Enoch. The Book of Enoch, while excluded from the canonized Bible, had become a living artifact in the ongoing saga of humanity's quest for understanding. Its survival in hidden corners of the world transformed it into a beacon of forbidden wisdom, a source of inspiration for those who sought to explore the realms beyond the sanctioned boundaries of religious doctrine. As the mystique of the Book of Enoch persisted through the ages, it beckoned to those with a thirst for knowledge, inviting them to peer into the veiled mysteries of Enoch's visions and glimpse the celestial truths that had been deemed too profound for the mainstream understanding. As time passed, the Book of Enoch gained renewed attention in the realms of biblical scholarship and esoteric studies. Translations and fragments of the text surfaced, allowing a glimpse into the ancient wisdom it contained. The once deleted manuscript, like a phoenix rising from the ashes of obscurity, found its way back into the hands of those hungry for spiritual enlightenment and the hidden truths of the cosmos. In the modern era, the Book of Enoch stands as a testament to the complex interplay between theological authority and the pursuit of divine knowledge. Its journey from inclusion to exclusion and eventual rediscovery highlights the ongoing quest for a deeper understanding of the spiritual realms that transcend the boundaries of traditional religious doctrine.